Hey guys, out here 8,900 feet, Cloudcroft, New Mexico, at my parents' property, testing out the 6.5 Grendel ammo that I just accumulated. Kind of fighting the weather right now. Looks like the rain is coming. Sprinkled a little bit on me, but it's kind of held out for now. I tried to get some velocities for the gentleman who wanted the velocities for the Remington. Although my magneto speed was giving me problems. I tried 10 different rounds trying to calibrate it and get it to pick up, but it kept on giving me an error. So no velocities today, although I'm about halfway done shooting and nothing really to write home about. So I walked out. Let me see if I could zoom in. There's a board right there. It's got some shooting shoes on it, along with some metal targets to the left of it. I walked it out with one of those little ground roller things. It tells you exactly how many feet has been traveled. So I walked it out. This is exactly 100 yards. I'm going to be testing this out along with sighting in my new 338. So if you're interested in that, check out my channel. I got some videos on that as well. I got a lot of ammo to go through, so there will be a lot of footage coming up. Online, I was able to find a guy selling 4 boxes of this Hornady match 6.5 Grendel 123 grain Amax. They don't make these anymore, so this probably will be useless for anybody looking at the comparison of it. But these bullets were replaced with the ELD M style bullets. They changed the polymer on the tip, but anyway, I just shot a group. The first group out of the rifle with this, and looks pretty good. I'll take you down to just check it out. Here's the Amax 123 grain. Pretty decent. Next, I will be shooting the Barnal, the Frontier. These are the FMJ, and the 2 PPUs. This one's the 120 grain. This one's the 110 grain. There was a gentleman on YouTube who wanted me to get the velocities. I tried to set up my magneto speed. You can see there's not too much space on the end of my barrel, but I was able to secure it enough and everything. And on 10 different attempts, I tried to get velocities of certain cartridges, and it showed error every single time, and the sensitivity is on high. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So if that gentleman's watching, I'm sorry I'm unable to get the velocities for you, but whenever I get back to Dallas, I can kind of go over it again. And if there's certain ones, I think you said you wanted the Remington comparison between the two, so I can do those separately. But I'm going to shoot these groupings of these 4 ammo, and then I'll run down there and check it out. All right, so there's the Amax group. You can kind of see I circled this. I tried to do it with a little rock, but it didn't really show up too well. But these are the Barnal groupings. So if I had to pick between Barnal or Wolf, I would definitely pick up Wolf. At least on my rifle, it grouped a lot better. Moving over here, these are the Frontier Hornady FMJ. They group pretty well. And this is the PPU 120 grain. For those of you that don't know, these squares are 1 inch, so you can kind of estimate, you know, the grouping size based on that. And moving up here, this is the group for the 110 grain for the PPU. So that grouped a lot better than the 120 grain for me, at least. Next, I'll be going over the Barnes 120 grain OTMBT. I'd initially called Barnes and they were supposed to send me the Vortex ammo. They never did, so I'm assuming I just slipped through the cracks on that. But anyway, gonna test this precision match out. Then I'm gonna do the 3 Alexander arms that I have yet to shoot. This is the 130 Swift. This is the 120 ballistic tip Nosler. And this is the 129 SST Hornady. So I'm curious to see how this does, because the actual Hornady SST shoots like crap out of my gun. So this will be the next group that I shoot. Would like to note also that I am at 8,900 feet elevation. And it wasn't supposed to rain, but I'm hearing thunder. So looks like I might be racing the time here until hopefully it doesn't rain. So I'm super disappointed with the Barn Super Precision. I was aiming right here. You could see my 5-shot group. It's probably the worst group I've had in my rifle, total. Here is the 129 grain SST from Alexander Arms. These 5 right here. This right here, 2 bullets went in the same hole. And then the other 3 right here, this is the 130 grain Swift from Alexander Arms. And right here, this is the 120 grain ballistic tip Nosler projectile from Alexander Arms. So I'm gonna try and get this taken down and see how much more I could do before rain gets in my way. Next, I'll be shooting the 129 grain AccuBond from Nosler, trophy grade. Then I'll be shooting the 90 grain FB tipped. Then I'll be shooting the 120 grain ballistic tip Nosler. I'll probably be shooting the Remingtons first, the Remington Premier Match 120 grain, and then the Remington High Performance Rifle 120 grain as well. Alrighty, here is the Remington, just the regular Remington. There's only 3 on the target. I was aiming for the 9 right here to get a more precise point of aim than this red dot. This is just an R that I drew, so 3 of the 5 went on the target. I'm assuming it's probably like this one and this one, but I don't know. Here's the Remington Premier Match. Again, aiming at the 9. I mean, not really a good group at all. Here's the Nosler 129 grain AccuBond. It's probably the best Nosler that my gun shoots, although it's still not that good. Again, point of aim was the 9. Here's the Nosler SST. Point of aim right here. These 3 were the first 3 shots. Looked like they were going to group well, and then the last 2 spread out. Here's the Nosler 120 grain ballistic tip. Nothing really to write home about. Well, it started raining. I had 6 cartridges left, and I'll have to come back out later in the day, hopefully, if it stops raining. Of course, couldn't wait another 20 minutes for me to finish up. Had to start dumping on me. Okay, guys, I'm doing a reshoot on this these last 6 boxes of ammo. The other day when I was shooting, there was a big storm that came through. I tried to rush shooting through these at the end, and I just didn't really trust the results I got. I was in a hurry, and I was soaking wet, and it was also raining. So anyway, I will be shooting the American Eagle 90 grain TNT jacketed hollow point. I've actually been really impressed with these so far, so I'll be shooting those for a group size. Then I'll be moving to the 105 grain flash tip from Underwood, and then I will be going to the 110 grain Controlled Chaos from Underwood. And then I'm going to be moving to the HSMs. I'm going to be going from the lowest grain to the highest grain. So I'll start off by shooting the 120 grain Sierra Game King. Then I'll move into the 123 grain Sierra Match King. And then finally I'll end it with the 130 grain Burger Hunting VLD. So we'll see what these results yield for these last few. Okay, going over the last 6 of the group. I think these are the last 6 of all the 6.5 Grendel manufactured ammo out there, except the Barnes Vortex. These are just my zeroing shots up here. These are the 90 grain TNT American Eagle. I've been really happy with these. Box of 50 for the price is decent for how accurate they are. These right here are the 105 grain Underwood flash tip. These are the 110 grain Underwood Controlled Chaos. These right here are the 120 grain Sierra Game King. These right here are the 123 grain Sierra Match King, and this is the one I pulled. So I'm actually pretty happy with this group right here. And horrible results with the 130 grain Burger from HSM. My point of aim was right here, and I mean, you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that is horrible, horrible, horrible results, especially considering how good the 130 grain federal gold medal matches do out of my rifle. I'm pretty shocked that this is how they turned out. But anyway, hope this helps somebody. This is out of an 18-inch barrel, so take that for what it's worth, and hopefully your barrel's a little less finicky than mine is. Thanks to anyone who's still watching, and a special thanks to those of you who've been waiting for this over the past year. It's been fun searching for and shooting all this ammo. I plan to do something very similar to this with my new 338 Lapua. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, check out my other videos on my channel, along with some of my other gun videos. Until next time, see you soon.